Or if your audio stops, just reconnect by clicking on the reconnect button at the bottom of your screen. And for your best enjoyment of this webinar, we recommend Google's Chrome browser. And although the presenter may make this presentation look easy, giving a public speech is the #1 fear. So please go easy on them. Restrict chat conversation to positive comments and feedback that support the discussion, and please refrain from distracting the other participants. If at any time you have a question, click this button to mark your comment as a question so it highlights it for the presenter. Feel free to ask questions throughout the presentations as you have them. Your presenter may stop occasionally to answer your questions, or they may choose to answer them at the end of the presentation, or they may have their moderators respond to you publicly or privately. Also, keep chat related to the topic on hand, and any support issues you may have, make sure to send them as a private message to the host or the moderator by hovering over their name and clicking on the reply icon. This will allow you to engage in private without distracting other viewers. And here's something you may like. If you find the chat flow too distracting, you can click on this button to mute the conversation. When you do this, only admin messages will be seen, and you can click this button to toggle it back when you're ready to view the chat again. Okay, and finally, this is a good time to shut off your Skype, shut off any instant messenger, close down your Facebook, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, hit the restrooms, get yourself some water, get a pen and a legal pad so that you can take notes. Thanks for joining the webinar. We'll be getting started soon as the countdown timer you see hits 0.
And video working correctly. If you can see my screen and hear me talking right now, just give me the number 2 in the questions box just to make sure that we've got this technology running correctly. Awesome, lots of 2s. Okay, well, I can see pretty much everyone's online, so let's jump in and get started right away. I want to be respectful of your time here today. I want to get right to the point. I want to get right into delivering some awesome training for you guys. So let's get started right now. So welcome to the 6-Figure Consulting webinar. And my name is Sam Ovens, and I am the presenter of this webinar today. And the title of this webinar is How to Start a Wildly Profitable 6-Figure Consulting Business and Get Your First High-Value Client in Just 42 Days' Time. So I'm the presenter of this webinar today, and this webinar is brought to you exclusively by Tai Lopez. So I was talking with Tai, and he thought that this would be provide awesome value to his community, because a consulting business is one of the best businesses that you can start, because you can get started, boom, right away with just a cell phone and a laptop, and you can start making money really quickly. So it's one of the fastest ones to start, and Tai thought it would be awesome for his list. So we got together and we've put this webinar together for you today. So guys, this webinar is going to show you everything that you need to know to start your own consulting business. And the theme of this webinar today is, I'm going to teach you how to do it fast. None of the stuff I'm going to teach you today is going to take 6 months or years. It's so depressing when people are like, yeah, well, if you can start this business, but it's going to take you 6 years to build it up and do all of that. I don't want to talk about any of that. I'm going to give you guys actionable strategies and tactics that you can use today. So everything I'm going to teach you today, you can write it down, take notes, and then start implementing today. I want you to have your first few high-value clients within the next couple of days or within the next couple of weeks. So everything in this webinar is designed for speed and it's designed for action. So with that being said, let's jump right into this content and get started. So my goal for you today is to have everything that you need so that you can go out and start your very own consulting business and get high value clients starting immediately. And even if nobody knows who you are, using the skills that you already have and without being pushy, slimy, or salesy. And guys, this training is the real deal. What I'm going to show you today are the exact same strategies that I have personally used to grow my consulting business from nothing to $4.5 million per year in just 3 years' time. So I'm going to give you the blueprint to really start your own consulting business and follow, the breakthroughs that I have had. And this is the real deal. So here's what we're going to cover today, a quick overview. I'm going to start off by showing you why consulting is the absolute best place to start as an entrepreneur right now. So if you're just getting started as an entrepreneur or in business, or if you're thinking what business you're going to start, I'm going to show you why consulting is the best place to start. I'm also going to show you the only 3 things that you need to make 6 figures, even 7 figures as a consultant. So, when you're getting started, it's pretty overwhelming. Everyone's out there shouting all of these different messages. You should be selling things on Amazon. You should be writing a book. You should be blogging 4 times a day. You should be on Periscope. You should be, doing all of this different stuff, and it's mind-boggling. And the truth is, guys, is that if you go out and do all of those things, you're just going to create yourself a huge to-do list, tons of overwhelm and stress. You're going to rack up a big debt, and you're not really going to make much money, because the guys who make high 6 figures, even 7 figures, they have focus. They focus on only 3 key things, and I'm going to show you what those 3 things are and how you can master them starting today. I'm also going to show you how to pick a niche and create your very own high-priced offer today. So in order to run a successful consulting business, you need a niche and you need a high-priced offer. Without an offer, you've got nothing to market and sell, and I'm going to show you how to do both of those today. And I'm going to show you how to get your first few high-value clients quickly. And guys, this is the thing that I am one of the best in the world at. When it comes to getting clients, I am a master at this, and I'm going to literally give you the exact process that I use to get clients. And you'll be able to knock it off and start using it in your business today. And I'm going to show you how to price your services and command premium prices. So I'm not going to show you how to, create a service which is $100 or $200. I'm going to show you how you can create a $2,000 per month recurring revenue service today, so that you can go out and start selling it and start making, high ticket sales. I'm also going to show you the math to making 100K consulting and how it is surprisingly easy and fast to do. So I'm going to show you how you can get to 100 grand a year with your consulting business within just the next few weeks. And at the end, guys, I'm going to hang around and do about 1 hour of live Q&A, live questions and answers. So what I want you to do throughout this webinar is take lots of notes. I'm going to be moving pretty fast. We're going to be covering a lot of ground, and I'm going to share some really valuable and breakthrough things with you. So make sure you've got a pen and paper. Make sure you take notes. And at the end, write down your questions, and at the end, ask me in the questions, and I'll stick around to answer all of those. And guys, if you stick with me to the end of this webinar today, I'm going to give you all of the slides. So I spent probably a good 3 or 4 days, full days, putting together this presentation. I knew a lot of people were going to see it, so I wanted to make it awesome. And so if you stick with me to the end of this webinar today, I'm going to give you all of the slides to download so you can have them on your computer, and I'm going to give you all of the swipe files and templates which I reference throughout this webinar, which is amazing value, and you're definitely going to want to stick to the end so that you get this. So if this sounds awesome, just give me the number 7 in the questions box. Awesome, lots of people are happy with this. So yeah, make sure you stick to the end, and I'm really looking forward to getting started. So who is this webinar for? How do you know if you're in the right place right now, and how do you know if this is going to be an awesome use of your time? Well, this webinar is for start-out entrepreneurs who are looking for the best possible opportunity to get started making a big income online. So if you're just getting started as an entrepreneur and you're kind of overwhelmed at all the possibilities and you're wondering which one thing should you focus on, I'm going to show you why consulting is the best place. Also, if you're an entrepreneur with an existing business who wants to supplement their income and generate more cash flow on the side, this is for you too. So if you're running a product business or a software business or whatever, but you would like some more income and some more cash flow, you can start doing some consulting gigs on the side. This is also for employees who are looking to quit their 9-to-5 job and start a business of their own. And I've got a special place in my heart for these guys because I was there too. I was working in corporate and I was working 9-to-5, and I quit to start my own business, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. So if you're an employee looking to quit and carve out your own path, this is for you. And finally, if you already have a consulting or a coaching business and you're looking to get more clients, increase your prices, and really scale your consulting business to the next level, this webinar is for you too. So some house rules for today's webinar. Now all of this stuff should be abundantly clear to you, but I just want to make sure. So first of all, this is not get rich quick. I'm not going to show you, any gimmicks or anything like that. this stuff I'm going to teach you requires actual work. You're going to have to do some work. And, some of the things will be a little bit challenging, but that is how you actually make money in business. You push yourself a little bit, you do the work, that's how you get results. And quite honestly, guys, there is no such thing as get rich quick. All of those things are gimmicks anyway, and that is not what we're going to be covering here today. Also, this is not a do nothing but click a button and make money. We're not exploiting any loopholes here or some software which is some black hat thing, nothing like that. What I'm going to teach you today are real business strategies. So how to be a real businessman, how to keep everything above board and legitimate so that you can grow a wildly profitable consulting business that you can put your name to and be proud of. So this is real stuff that's going to last you for a lifetime, and no gimmicks, no get rich quick. And then finally, neither my results or my clients' results are typical. Like I told you in the beginning of this webinar that within 3 years I grew my consulting business from nothing to $4.5 million a year. Obviously, I worked very hard to do that, and obviously, I'm not by any means implying you're going to get to 4.5 million in 3 years either. But if you do the work and you follow the instructions, you have a very high chance of doing that. And also, I'm going to share with you a lot of case studies. So I'm going to be sharing at least 30 case studies with you today of people who I have helped. And I've helped a lot of people get to 7 figures. I've had a hand in creating a lot of millionaires in the consulting industry. I've helped more than 120 people make high 6 figures. And guys, as I share with you all of those stories, it's important to keep in mind that the people you're going to hear about are hardworking entrepreneurs who put in effort and did the work. And that the results you get are entirely up to you. It's like if you're overweight and you want to lose weight and you buy a treadmill and you put the treadmill in your house, you don't just lose weight. You still have to get on the treadmill and do the work. So I'm going to give you guys the tools and the blueprint and the map to really grow a wildly profitable consulting business. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to do the work. And I hope that's clear to you, but I just wanted to double check. Now, guys, right now we are experiencing one of the most perfect transitions in the history of the world. And what I mean is some things have kind of shifted out there in the world, and it's made consulting just the perfect opportunity right now. So first of all, the jobs market is changing. So right now, over 53 million Americans are doing freelance work, and that's over 34% of the US workforce. And what's crazy is that Forbes estimates that this will increase to over 50% before 2020. Well, what that means is before 2020, more than half of the workforce are going to be contractors and consultants. And what does this mean? Well, full-time jobs are becoming a thing of the past. They're becoming rarer, they're becoming harder to get and harder to keep. And what this means, on the other hand, is that consulting jobs are becoming more popular and easier to get. I'm sure you've noticed this. People used to get jobs and keep them for like 30 years. Now everyone's jumping around all the time. And now companies prefer to employ consultants rather than employees. So this shift is happening, and it's making the consulting business really lucrative right now. So guys, the consulting opportunity is huge. Right now, Forbes reports that the consulting industry is worth a whopping $100 billion per year, and it's predicted to grow by 83% by 2018, which means that, in just a couple years, the consulting industry is going to be a $183 billion per year industry. So on one hand, we've got the jobs market, which is, full-time jobs are becoming a thing of the past. Consulting opportunity is huge. And finally, the internet has broken down the traditional walls of getting started in business. So back in the day, you had to rent an office and have an MBA and wear a suit and all of that stuff to run a consulting business. And you had to have all of these staff and things like that. But guys, the times have changed. And now anybody can start a consulting business working from home with just a laptop and a cell phone. And right now, we can literally reach anybody online through channels such as Facebook for just pennies. And modern day technology means that we can run a 7-figure consulting business from home without any staff or expensive overhead. So, like I said, some things are changing out there, and what that means is it's making right now the perfect time to get started with your consulting business. Times have never been better, and the opportunity right now is huge. So right now, it's the perfect time to start your consulting business. Now, I want to give you a quick story about who I am, what I've come from, and how I got my start in consulting, just so you know that I'm teaching you these things today from actual real life experience. This isn't theory or anything like that. I started from the bottom with absolutely no advantages, and I built my way here, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. So my name's Sam Ovens, and I am a consultant from Auckland, New Zealand. So you can probably tell from my accent, I was born and raised in Auckland, New Zealand, and I now live in Manhattan. So last year I moved to New York City, and I started from nothing, and I grew my consulting business to over $356,000 a month in less than 3 years' time. Yes, that is 356 grand a month. Now, I had I'll tell you exactly how I got started. So, I was average at school, kind of went to college and was getting average grades there too. And then I got this job at a corporate called Vodafone in New Zealand, which is a telecommunications company. And this was my cubicle right here. And I started my full-time job and things were just dull. It wasn't really what I had been hoping for, and I knew that it wasn't what I wanted my life to be like. So I thought, well, I'm going to quit my job and start my own business. And so I quit my job, I dropped out of college, so I had no degree or anything, and I moved back home with my parents into their garage. Now, my parents had downsized their home since I'd moved out, and when I moved back home with them, there were no bedrooms for me. So I had to set up my little home office and my bedroom in their garage. And you can see here that my dad's a builder, and I got some concrete blocks from his building site and a door, and made my own desk. And I put together this small bedroom/office for about $200, and I didn't even have a proper bed. I slept on that couch at night and then woke up in the morning and then worked from that desk on concrete blocks. And you can see that the garage door is open a bit. In the summertime it got hot, so I actually had to open the garage and let some cold air in. This is where I started my consulting business from. I had no money. At that time, I sold everything I owned. I had to cancel everything I had, gym memberships and everything. I had to really go back to zero and figure out how I was going to make it. So I had no head starts at all. And I got my mum to take some photos of me back when I was starting my first few businesses. And, I'd work from my garage. I'd always be plotting things on the whiteboard and stuff. And my first 2 businesses failed. I spent all the money I had plus more. So I spent all the money I had. I sold my car, invested all of that money too. I took every credit card I could get. I borrowed money from my grandparents and stuff. And I had about $30,000 in debt and about $40,000 student loan too, which means I was like $80,000 in debt. And the first 2 businesses I started just failed. And I worked like 12 hours a day to try and get it to work. And for the first year, I just fell flat on my face. And the real low point of my whole business career was when I was just so desperate to get some customers that I decided to run a competition on Facebook and give away this iPhone 4. So I created a Facebook contest. I said, like my page and you'll be in the draw to win this iPhone 4. And I spent the last few $100s I had on an iPhone 4. I had to give it away to someone who won the competition, and I didn't even get any customers. And that was the real low point for me. I'd spent everything I had, and I was living in my parents' garage. So I'd 2 failed companies, quit my job, I was a college dropout, living at home in a garage, spent all the money I had plus more, and even my parents and girlfriend at the time and friends were telling me that, you should probably get a job. And then one day, out of sheer desperation to just make something work and just prove to myself and prove to my friends that, I'd made the right decision leaving everything behind and going into entrepreneurship. Just one day, out of sheer desperation to make something work, I turned to consulting. And what happened is through my failures with my consulting business, I had learned a few things about what makes a good website. So, I'd set up websites for my previous business. I was by no means an expert. I didn't know how to code or anything like that, but I knew, you should have this page and that. And I was starting to look at local businesses like builders and plumbers and things like that, and they had horrible websites. And I thought, well, hey, I could probably help these guys. And so then I just started calling around some businesses, and I was talking to a window tinting company, and I said, hey, look, I was looking at your website, and I think I can make some changes to it that are really going to improve your results. And he said to me, well, how much would you charge? And I was kind of freaked out. So I didn't even know he was going to ask that. So the first number that came to mind was $1,000. And he said, okay, well, let's do it. And I couldned believe it. For like a whole year, I had been just spinning my tires, trying to make something work, spending everything I had, and just not getting any traction. And then just one day when I turned to consulting, it worked. And I got my first client for $1,000. And in 2012, the first year I started my consulting business, I made about $100,000. Then the next year, over $500,000. The next year, over $1.2 million. The next, over $2.4 million. And this year, 2016, is due to be a record year, and I'm expecting in between $4.5 and $6 million. And it wasn't just the money. The best thing was that I was able to make some dramatic changes to my lifestyle. So I moved out of my parents' garage and I built my own home, which got, featured on the front page of this magazine here. You can see it says here, 24-year-old entrepreneur pulls together a stylish home at speed. So I designed my own place, I furnished it exactly how I wanted it, and it was awesome to get my own place. I'm also really into game fishing, so I bought that game fishing boat down the bottom left and went marlin fishing and everything, and I traveled all around the world and just really had an awesome lifestyle. I came from quite a poor background and everything, so finally having the freedom to do what I wanted was just awesome. And here's some more photos of my apartment then, and things I was able to shout my friends, like just going for trips and helicopters and stuff. And then just last year I decided to move to New York City, and these are some photos of my new apartment in Manhattan here. And now here is my desk in my new apartment, and this is me here, and this is where I run my consulting business from today. So I sit up here in my Manhattan apartment, and it's just me. My consulting business is just me. I don't have any staff. I don't have any expensive overhead. I work from home on my own hours, and I just have a cell phone and a laptop to run it. And like I said, guys, this is like a $4.5 million per year business. Now, I show you this not to show off and brag or anything like that, because that's not cool. But I show you this stuff here just to show you what's possible. I went from being $75,000, $80,000 in debt, living in my parents' garage in New Zealand with no degree, nothing, like absolutely nothing going for me, in a garage. And then within 3 years, I had moved to Manhattan and was making $4.5 million per year. So what I want you to do is just imagine yourself 3 years from now. Picture yourself right now, where you are right now, and then think where you could be in 3 years. Because guys, the rapid transformation that I've made in 3 years, I look around at some people I know and they haven't moved an inch. Nothing's changed for them. And you guys, right now, you have to make the decision that you're going to make a change. Like, how would you like to have the transformation that I've had over the past 3 years in your life and in your business? So just imagine yourself 3 years from now and where you could really be. And guys, it's not just my results. So you might be thinking, well, that's an awesome story, Sam, and an awesome results and everything, but you might have just fluked it. Or how do I know this will work for me? And it's not just my results. I have helped hundreds of others. So I'm going to share some quick stories. Here's Joshua Harris. He started working with me when he was making $4,000 a month. Now he's making $25,000 a month. Here's Paul Ryan. Paul was working as a government contractor, full-time job, making $45,000 a year, and now he makes $50,000 a month. How would you like to go from, making $45,000 a year to making $50,000 a month? And here's Courtney Martin. She started working with me. She had a 9-to-5 job, making about $50,000 a year, and within the first 90 days of working with me, Courtney made $120,000, and then she had to turn her marketing off because she had too many clients. Here's Dave Rogenmoser. He quit corporate America, started with me, and started his own consulting business, and he made his first $100,000 in 90 days. And here's Jake Engelhorn, who went from making $5,000 a month to $88,000 a month. And guys, $88,000 a month is over $1 million a year. So here is just one of the people that I have helped actually become a millionaire. And I literally have hundreds of others all over the world who have learned my system and my process for creating a consulting business. And that is exactly what I'm going to share with you today. So it's not just my results, it's hundreds of others from all around the world too. So why consulting? You're probably thinking these are awesome results, but how the hell do you make that much money with a consulting business? I thought consultants were just guys who wore suits and ties and got paid per hour. Well, right now I'm going to show you why I think starting a consulting business is the best thing to start. And the best way I can describe it is with a story from John Lennon from the Beatles. So one day John Lennon's wife was looking at their yard and mentioned that she wanted a swimming pool. And John said, okay, let's get one. And when John's wife responded asking, well, how are we going to do that? John said, I'll write us one. Why having a viable consulting offer is one of the most valuable assets that you can have, because it means that you will never go hungry. So just like John Lennon had writing songs, you can have consulting as your way to get anything that you want in life. And where others obtain things through a lifetime of savings and frugality, you can obtain things by getting a few consulting clients. And you can finally stop worrying about where your next check is going to come from. So why consulting? Well, with a consulting business, you can get started, boom, immediately with just a cell phone and a laptop. There's no need to build a product or spend 5+ years building up goodwill or word of mouth. You know, if you wanted to start a traditional business like a Subway franchise, you've got to lease a building, you've got to pay all of these people, you've got to spend probably $500,000 or more before you even get started. Well, with a consulting business, you can get started, boom, immediately. And you have high profit margins and plenty of cash flow from day one. So in a traditional business, if you make $100, most of the time you have to give away 80 of that in expenses, and you only get to keep 20. Well, in my consulting business, I make 95% profit margins, which means that if I make $100, I keep 95 of it. So in consulting, you've got high profit margins and plenty of cash flow from day one. Also, consulting is a massive confidence booster. So when you're getting started in entrepreneurship and you've tried some different things and you've been spinning your tires and you haven't gained traction, sometimes you just need to get a quick win. So just like my window tinting business, sometimes you just need to get that one sale, get that check, and it gives you a massive confidence boost so that you can keep going forward. And consulting can give you that very quickly. And you can also get started right now with the skills that you already have. So I'm going to show you today how you can start a consulting business with what you already know. I'm not going to tell you to go out and do an MBA or read 100 books or anything like that. You can get started today using the skills that you already have. And with a consulting business, you have a ton of freedom. You can work from anywhere in the world on your own time and have total freedom. So I control my own schedule and I can run my business from anywhere in the world, and it's not going to affect my income by $1. And this is the business that you can put your name to and be proud of. So I see a lot of entrepreneurs start these sketchy businesses like selling dog tags on Amazon, or exploiting some SEO loophole that's not going to be here in about 6 months. They're kind of running these sketchy businesses, and if your friends asked you, hey, what do you do? And you're kind of saying, well, I sell dog tags on Amazon. You're not very proud of that. And I find that in business, what's more important than the money is actually being real proud of what you do. Something that you can build a name around, be proud of it, really want to get out of bed every day and work towards it. And a consulting business is that. Everything is above board, everything's legitimate, everything's going to last for life, and you can really put your name to it and be proud of it. Now you might be thinking, but what if I'm not cut out for consulting? Like, I don't think I'm a consultant, or I've seen consultants, I don't really think I'm one of them. Well, let me shatter the misconceptions that most people have about consulting right now. So to be a consultant, you need to have a college degree and fancy credentials. That is just not true. I showed you how I started my consulting business out of my parents' garage with no money, no college degree, nothing. I had the complete anti-credentials. I had zero. And to be a consultant, you need to have a fancy office and staff. Well, I showed you how I started my business out of a garage in New Zealand. You cannot get any less fancy than that, let me tell you. And consultants charge time for money. Some consultants do that. I'm fully against it. I'm going to show you in this webinar today how to escape the deadly time trade for money, and how you can price your services based on value instead of the hours you put in, because you're never going to make $1 million a year trading your time, and I'm fully against that stuff. And consultants need to meet clients in person and give complicated advice. Well, that's not true either. All of my clients and we communicate via email and Skype and the telephone. I never meet any of my clients in person unless I want to, and I can, like I said, I've got total time freedom, total location freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want. And these are some misconceptions that people have about consulting, and guys, they are wrong. And in this webinar today, I'm going to show you how to build your own consulting business the way you want it. So there are only 3 things that you need to have a 7-figure consulting business. So like I said, a lot of people out there are telling you to do all of these things, like blogging, SEO, you need to be on Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, Pinterest, you need to do all of this stuff. And the truth is if you do all of that stuff, you're just going to get a huge to-do list, you're never going to make any money, you're just going to get burnt out. I tried that, it didn't work for me, and then everything changed for me when I just focused on 3 key things. And these three key things are, number 1, a niche and an offer. So you've got to have a niche, and you've got to have an offer. An offer is what you're going to, be pitching to these people in that niche. That's number 1. Number 2 is you need a marketing system to generate appointments. So once you've got your niche selected and your offer, you need a way to generate appointments so that you can talk to prospects and offer them what you have. And then finally, number 3, you need a sales process to convert appointments into clients. And if you just have these 3 things, and if you only focus on these 3 things, you have everything that you need to start making 6 figures, high 6 figures, even 7 figures really quickly. And I'm going to show you how to master these 3 things starting today in this webinar. So step 1, your niche and offer. So picking your niche. Why pick a niche? Well, specialists earn more money, they get more respect, and they have more fun. And the best way I can describe this is with the example of the general practitioner versus the brain surgeon. So, the general practitioner doctor, the one that sits in a very small office and they see like 100 patients a day for 15 minutes and they just diagnose them with the flu or whatever. And, those guys have to work hard, they don't get much respect, they're generalists, they sit in a dingy office and they don't get paid that much. But then on the other hand, we've got the specialist, the brain surgeon. Now the brain surgeon only has to perform like 2 surgeries a week, and they do it in a very nice environment on their own time, and then they get a whole bunch more respect. Like they're seen as authorities and they're respected. And more than that, they get rewarded about 15 to sometimes even 100 times more in terms of financial pay. So my point here is that you need to be a specialist. You don't want to be a generalist. The quickest way to failure and mediocrity in business is to be a generalist. You want to be a specialist and you want to pick a niche. So your marketing is more powerful, conversations are more meaningful, and it's much easier to get clients when you know exactly who you should be talking to. And it's hard to be the best in the world at a range of things, but it is surprisingly easy to be the best in the world at something specific. So if you're trying to be an expert at all of these different things, it's never going to work and you're never going to be able to be competitive. But when you narrow it down and you focus on one thing, it's surprising how quickly you can get good at it. The big money in consulting is when you become the king of the mountain. And you need to define your mountain, climb to the top of it, and then defend it. And what I mean by this is you need to really define what your mountain is. So what is your niche? You might help personal trainers get more clients, or you might help dentists get more clients, or you might help women over 40 lose weight. Whatever it is that you do, you want to pick one thing and just focus on it. And stop being a generalist and really become a specialist. And this is what I mean by defining your mountain and owning it. And when you become the king of your mountain, people will come to you instead of you chasing them. And generalist consultants are no longer your competition, and they do not stand a chance. So if you're a consultant and your mountain is helping personal trainers get clients, and then another person just helps people get clients in general, if the personal trainer meets with both people, who do you think he's going to choose? He's going to choose the specialist every day of the week, and not only that, he's going to be willing to pay the specialist 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 times more than the generalist. So also, when you become the king of your mountain, prospects literally beg you to work with them at any price, and you get to pick and choose. And you get to advise instead of do and charge much higher prices. So let's define your mountain right now. I've explained why it's important. You now know why it's important, so let's get it done. Now, the best way I have to really figure out what your niche and what your area of expertise is with these 3 things. So what I want you to do right now is start thinking about the skills that you have. So in your lifetime or your career or in your business, whatever, what skills have you acquired that you're good at? Write them down. The second one, the industries that you know. So think about your history, like what industries do you really know a lot about? What you may have read a lot of books about an industry, you may have worked in an industry, make a little list. And then finally, the market's needs and desires. So for those industries, what keeps those guys up at night? What are the problems that they face on a day-to-day basis? What are their fears and desires? What makes them tick? What I want you to do is just kind of, jot down a few ideas on these different things. And then the perfect overlap of these three is where your sweet spot is going to be. This is the bullseye. This is where you are most potent and valuable to the marketplace. And this is where you want to carve out a niche for yourself and define your mountain and own it. Now, once you've done that, here's some tips, to research your market's problems, needs, and desires. So back here I said, the marketplace's needs and desires. Well, once you know your industry and what skills you offer, the next step is to look at the problems, pains, and desires of the market. And to do this, you need to do some quick research to be able to accurately write a day in your prospect's diary. And there is an exercise which I like to complete for researching any niche, and let's take a look at it right now. So I can literally enter any niche and become an expert at it and start getting clients in it almost overnight. And I'm going to teach you how to have that same skill, because once you have that skill in your belt, you're never ever going to go hungry. You're going to be able to carve your own way and write your own check. So where do you get this information from? Well, you start by identifying the top 10 blogs in your niche, and to do this you can use buzzsumo.com. It's an awesome website. If you go there, you can type in personal training or plumbing or financial services or whatever it is that your niche is. You can type in that keyword and it will tell you what the top 10 blogs are. So find out what those are. And then what are the most popular posts on those blogs? Sort by popularity. What posts are getting shared the most, liked the most, and commented on the most? This is going to be a giveaway, guys, as to what the market's interested in. It's going to give you an idea of the things that they like and the things that they hate. And you need to understand that to really be able to do good marketing in your niche. Now go to the comments section of these posts and look at what people are saying. What are people saying in the comments? And who are the top 10 influencers in the niche? Who are the gurus or the thought leaders or the influencers in the niche? Find out who they are, follow them, and then look at what they're posting and look at what they're saying. This is going to give you terrific insight into your niche and what makes them tick. And then you can go to Amazon, search for your niche, and then look at the top 10 most popular books in that niche. And you can grab those, start reading them, and you can see what people are saying in the books too. And just doing this alone will put you light years ahead of most consultants in the industry. Like I said, most consultants are generalists. Most consultants don't have a niche or a clearly defined mountain. With just this exercise alone, you can do that. So by doing this alone, we have selected a niche for you. Now I know we've been going through this content fast, but it can take you a bit longer to really pick your niche. It can take you up to about an hour or whatever. But we've shown you how to select a niche. We've discovered the niche's pains and desires. We know what makes them tick. And we have learned about the niche, and we can now speak their language. And right now, like I said, we are already light years ahead of most consultants. Now the next step is to define what you do and who you help as a consultant. And most people screw this up royally. So if you ask most consultants what they do, they're like, well, I help businesses make more money. I help businesses with marketing. It's such a general response and it's almost stuttered and it doesn't come out right. And it's embarrassing. If you can't clearly articulate and define what it is that you do and who you help, it's a surefire sign that your consulting business has problems and that it's going to fall over within the next sort of 6 to 12 months. You can take my word on that. So how do we fix it? Well, this is my formula that I use. It's very simple. It is I help blank to blank by blank. And what we do is we plug in these things. So I help niche to solve problem / get result by what service you offer. So you could say, I help personal trainers get more clients through Instagram marketing, if that's what your skill set is. You could say, I help women over 40 lose weight through Pilates. You could say, I help business owners in tax arrears to get out of tax arrears through smart marketing and tax negotiation or whatever. So whatever your skill set is, when we defined your niche and your expertise and everything, now you can plug it into this sentence to get a crystal clear way to define what you do. And now that you have this, now you can construct awesome marketing messages. Now you can truly tell people when they ask you, what do? You can tell them clearly and concisely exactly what it is that you do. So a quick recap on our session so far. So I showed you why right now is the absolute perfect time to start your own consulting business. Also showed you why having a consulting offer is one of the most valuable assets that you can have because it means that you will never go hungry. Also showed you the misconceptions that most people have about consulting and why you can start your own consulting business right now using the skills that you already have. Also showed you how to pick your ideal niche, how to define your mountain, and how to define clearly what you do and who you help as a consultant. So how's this session been going so far? Just let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've been enjoying it. Awesome. Alright. Lots of people been enjoying it. Cool. Well, now let's move on to my favorite thing to talk about, and this is how to get your first few high-value consulting clients. And this is the thing that I am one of the best in the world at. When it comes to getting clients, I am an expert at it, and what I'm going to show you is the exact process that I use right now to get clients and what all of my clients use to get clients. So what I'm about to share with you is the same strategy that my clients and I use to pick up 5, 10, 20 new clients per month. And here is our process from start to finish. So we start off with a Facebook ad, and then people click on the Facebook ad and they come to a landing page. And then they opt in, they enter their email address on the landing page, and then we show them a quick value video where, we train them for about 10-15 minutes, and then we ask them to complete a survey. They complete the survey, then they're able to schedule a call with us into our calendar, and then we get on the phone with them and talk to them, and then they become clients. So this is a quick overview of the process, steps 1 all the way through to 6. This is the only thing that you need in your consulting business to start getting clients and make money. And right now I'm going to walk you through each one of these steps in detail. So the number 1, Facebook ad. So right now Facebook is the number 1 place to get clients for your consulting business. I am making a fortune off of Facebook, all of my clients are too, and if you're not using it to get clients, you're really leaving a ton of money on the table and you need to fix that. So there has never been an easier time to target that perfect client, online and for so little. So step 1 in creating an awesome Facebook ad is the targeting. And right now we're blessed with such amazing targeting features in Facebook. So let's say I wanted to target plumbers in America. I could select United States plumbing and then also business owners. And then over on the right hand side here, you can see that we've got a potential reach of 57,000 people. Now we can run ads to these guys, they're going to see it, and we can start to get appointments. So like I said, we need to have a niche. Without a niche, you can't target anyone. I mean, who are you going to target? Everyone who owns a business in America? Good luck with that. You need a niche. And we're going to take what your niche was, plug it in here, find the targeting. The next step is to create the ad. And to do that, you just want an ad very simple. So you could say, are you a plumbing business owner looking for help attracting new customers? And then you can go to Google Images and just search for plumbing images and find one that looks good. And boom, you've got an ad, you've got your copy, and now you've got your targeting set up and you've got your ad set up. And with Facebook right now, we're paying about $1 per click. So every time someone clicks on our ad, we pay Facebook $1. And I'm going to show you why that number is really important soon as I keep going through this process. So step number 2 is a landing page. Now, a landing page is a web page that asks people for their email address in exchange for some content. And we can build these within minutes. I'm not kidding. You can build your landing page within like 4 or 5 minutes, and you don't need any tech skills at all. You don't need to know how to code or anything. And we convert visitors to opt-ins at a rate of 33%. Now what this means is that when people come to our landing page, if 100 people come to the page, 33 people will actually enter in their email address. And here's a sample page. We could say exclusive free training for plumbing business owners. How to attract 20 new hot water cylinder repair customers every month. And exclusive free training, enter your email address to get the training. So very simple to set up. And once people come to this page, they enter their email address and then we show them the training. So like I said, with our landing page, we get a 33% conversion rate, which means that we get leads for $3 each. So every email address we get costs us about $3. Now the next step in our funnel is to have a value video, number 3. Now a value video is a 5-minute to 15-minute video where we provide value to our prospect in the form of training. So we look at what the problem is for your niche. If your niche is plumbers and their problem is getting more hot water cylinder clients, we can figure out how to get more hot water cylinder clients, and then we can create a quick little training, 5 or 10 minutes, And we can record it just using PowerPoint and screen recording software on your computer in less than an hour. You don't need to get in front of a camera or use any fancy gear or anything. Guys, you can do this stuff quickly and it's very low tech. And once you've got that recorded, what you want to do is you want to start by talking about the problem. You want to say, hey, you're a plumbing business owner that's really struggling to get these hot water cylinder jobs. Then talk about the solution. You can say, here's a proven way to get more hot water cylinder clients. And then at the end, ask your prospects to reach out if they would like to learn more. So this is where most people go wrong online. I see everyone out there and they're trying to close the sale automatically online. They're trying to make people go to a shopping cart, enter in their credit card and buy and do everything without ever talking to a person. And guys, that is possible, but you need to spend so much money and it takes so much time to figure that stuff out and get it right. And the truth is that most people will run out of money and run out of patience before they get it right. I've seen people waste 10 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get that right. But with consulting, we move the conversation offline. So we target people online with Facebook, we get them to enter their email address, we show them a training, and then we say, if you would like to learn more, then just reach out and let's talk. And what happens is that 10% of people who opt in for the video will take you up on your offer and schedule a call with you. So here's what the training video looks like. We just want to have how to attract 20 new hot water cylinder hot water cylinder repair customers every single month. We have a quick 5 to 15 minute video there, and then there's a button below that says schedule your free strategy session now. And 10% of the people who view this video will take us up on a strategy session. Now, remember we were paying $3 per lead, which means that we're paying $3 per person to view our video. And that brings us through to the next point, which is the survey. So we get our prospects to complete a simple survey so that we can figure out if they are a good fit for working with us or not. We don't want to get on the phone with just anybody. We want to make sure that these prospects are worth our time and have the potential to become clients. So the last thing I want you to do is start getting on the phone with all of these tire kickers and start wasting your time. I am not for that at all, and that's why we have the survey. So we get people to complete a survey first, and then we review their survey, and if we think that they're worth our time, we then accept them, and then we have a call with them. And in this survey, we want to ask some basic questions like, what's the size of your business? How much money are you making? Or how many staff do you have? What's the biggest problem that you have right now? And how committed are you to fixing this problem and working with us? And if the survey looks really good, we'll then talk to them on the phone. If the survey doesn't look very good, we will just reject it and we will never talk to them because we don't want to waste our time. And here's a quick sample of some survey questions you could have. So your current monthly revenue for the business, what is your target monthly revenue, what is your monthly marketing and advertising budget, and what do you feel is your biggest obstacle to hitting your monthly revenue? Now, the survey, we get, like I said, we get 10% of people who view the video to schedule a call. So what this means is that we get applications for $30 each. So remember we started back with the $1 click, then the $3 leads, $3 video views, and then if 10% convert into a survey, that means we're paying $30 per survey, which means $30 we're paying in order for someone to apply to work with us. And I'm going to show why these numbers are really important soon. Now the next step in this funnel is step 5, which is the calendar. So once they've completed the survey, we want them to schedule a time with us to speak. And we can use a custom scheduling software tool so that our prospects can see our current availability and schedule a time with us right away without any communication. I'm sure you've tried to schedule a time with someone before, and it's so much going back and forth, it's really stressful, and there's a lot of friction. Well, there's a special software tool that I use so that we can get our prospects to schedule with us online really easily, and it's connected to our Google Calendar, so it's always reflecting our true availability. And this makes it way easier for our prospects to schedule time with us, and it saves us a ton of time. It's just an all-round win-win. And here's the page that I use. So once someone's completed the survey, they come to this page which says schedule your breakthrough session with Sam Ovens now. And they can select a date and they can select a time, and then that'll go into their calendar, it'll go into my calendar, and then I show up at that time and we have a conversation. And we are paying $30 per call, or essentially $30 per conversation with our prospective clients. And that brings us to the last step of the process, which is the call. So this is when we get on Skype or we get on the phone and we talk to our prospect and we figure out what their problem is and we see if we can help, and then we make them an offer. And the call. Every day, prospects in our chosen niche schedule appointments with us. And then we get on the phone or Skype and we talk to them for 30 minutes to 40 minutes to determine whether we can help. And we follow a proven process and script for conducting these calls. And at the end, we make the prospect an offer to work with us and become a client. And what happens when you follow my proven process and when you follow my script, 25% of the people you will talk to on the phone will sign up and become paying clients. So this is a 1 in 4 conversion. And what that means is that we are paying $120 to acquire a customer. So I remember how I said all these numbers are important? We're paying $1 a click, $3 per lead, we're paying $30 per call, and then we're paying $120 to acquire a customer. So guys, let's do the math. $1 a click, $3 per lead, $30 per call, it's $120 to get a customer. I mean, how would you like to pay $120 to acquire a $2,000 a month customer? Over the course of 1 year, that's 12 months, that's 24 grand. How would you like to pay $120 to make 24,000? Now I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but this is what I am doing every day, and this is what my clients are doing every day. And that's why the results and success in my consulting business is so predictable. I know that every day I'm going to make money, and everything in my business runs like clockwork. I know down to the dollar and day how everything's going to work. I don't have any hope marketing or random acts of marketing, which is what most business owners do. You know, most business owners, they use hope marketing, which is sitting at your computer just hoping someone's going to find you or someone's going to give you a referral. Guys, that doesn't work. If you're using hope marketing, within the next 12 months, you're going to be wiped out. And this needs to be a rude awakening and a wake-up call to you right now that things need to change. Because guys, if you do not have a way to pay money to acquire a customer, you do not have a business. All you have is a very expensive and time-consuming hobby. This was a major breakthrough for me. You need to have a system where you can pay money to acquire a customer. If you don't, your whole business is just one big guess, and eventually it's going to fall over and collapse. So when you execute this correctly, the end result is that you'll have 5, 10, 20, even 30 new clients reaching out to you every single month asking you for help. And then you can just cherry pick and choose the best ones that you want to work with. And just imagine it for yourself. Every day new clients reaching out. Every day people completing your forms, requesting to talk to you, and then you getting on the phone and talking to them and closing business. You know, you growing your consulting business and finally being financially and location free. So how well does this work? Well, guys, if I want to sell consulting packages, I can make my calendar look like this in a heartbeat. So if I want more clients, I turn on my appointment generating system, which I showed you, and boom, within a couple of days, my calendar is packed. And I don't need to do this. It's just, if I want to get more clients, I'll really fill up my calendar and it'll just go woof like this, and I can make 36 grand a day if I go hard. But some days, you know, I just want to chill out and I'm happy with the revenue I'm already getting. And guys, it's just on demand. Like, you can have a system where you can fill up your calendar and have calls with people. Like, how would you like to be able to do that? How would you like total predictability in your business where you could just make money on demand? Well, that's what this system allows you to do. Every single day, 10 to 15 people reach out to work with me. I cherry pick the top 5. So I reject the bottom 10 people. I'm getting 15 appointments a day. I say no to 10 of them, and I only talk to 5. And then about 3 people become clients of mine every single day. Yes, every single day I get new clients. And not a single day goes by where I don't make at least $10,000 to $15,000. And the beauty of it is that 95% of it I get to keep. So if I make 100 grand, 95 of it is left in my bank account. And that's all that matters, guys. There's a lot of people on the internet that puff their chest out and they're like, I make 100 grand a year and all of this, but let me tell you what, they don't keep that. And it doesn't matter how much that you make, all that matters is how much you keep. And out of every $1 million I make, 950,000 of it remains in my checking account. And that's the difference. So now let's talk about pricing your services. Now, the secret to pricing your services is to forget about what it costs you. So the wrong thing to do is look at your service that you're going to offer to your niche and think, well, it's only going to take me an hour, so I should only charge $100 for it. Wrong way to do it. Forget about how much time it takes you. Forget about how much it costs. And you want to focus on what it is worth for your prospect to have their problem solved. So if your prospect is, is a personal trainer and they need more clients, and having more clients is going to save their business, and if having more clients is going to make them, 50 grand a year or 100 grand a year, how much money do you think that's worth to them? It's not just worth $100, it is worth thousands. So you really want to focus on solving problems for your niche that are painful and that are important, because when a problem is painful and important, people are willing to pay more to solve it. And when you choose your niche and your problem that you solve correctly, you should be able to charge anywhere from $3,000 to $30,000 per client. No joke. And you want to focus on working with clients over a long period of time, say 12 months. And you can charge easily $2 grand a month for your services, which is $24,000 a month. Every single client who works with me, I help them put together a package that's at least $2 grand a month, which means that if you're making 24 grand a year per client, you only need 4 clients to make 100 grand. 4 clients to make 100 grand. No kidding. And with that predictable system I showed you to getting appointments and clients, you can do that easily. I can get 4 clients today. So let's do some math again. When you execute this correctly, you should get at least 3 to 4 new clients per month every single month. And at $2,000 a month, that's $6,000 to $8,000 in new monthly recurring revenue each month. And over the course of 1 year, that's $72,000 to $96,000 per year with just 3 to 4 new clients. So if you just get 3 to 4 new clients, you're going to make 100 grand a year. And when you run your consulting business set up the right way, like the way I show you how to do it, it is effortless to attract at least 3 to 4 new clients and produce 100 grand a year. Like I said, when people work with me, I get them to 100 grand a year fast and with total predictability. No guesswork, nothing. We follow a precise plan and we get them to 100 grand a year real quick. And then we focus on getting to $1 million. Now, guys, right now, in this moment in this presentation, you basically have 2 options. So option number 1 is that you can go at this alone. You can take all the notes that you've taken so far and you can go at starting your own consulting business alone and spend tens of thousands of dollars, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, figuring this stuff out on your own, getting frustrated, and wasting 3 to 10 years of your life. So that is option number 1. Or option number 2 is to learn the proven system from somebody who has not just done it, but actually mastered it and is the best in the world at it. So right now, you can start your own consulting business the hard way with years of guesswork and tens of thousands of dollars in wasted money, or you can learn it directly from me with total predictability. So those are the 2 options. And right now, I want to introduce to you the Consulting Accelerator. And what the Consulting Accelerator is it shows you how to start a wildly profitable 6-figure consulting business and get your first high-value client in just 42 days' time. It's designed for speed. It's designed to get you clients and make money quick. And it's a 6-week online course that goes into everything in detail, so everything that you need to know step by step. This is an implementation plan. So you just follow the instructions, you check all the boxes, you get this done, you get clients, and you've got a viable consulting business. And it's provided in the form of recorded videos, templates, and swipe files so that you can shortcut your success by years and get what's working right now. So I'm literally giving you what is working for me right now and installing it in your business so you can just go right away to having everything dialed in. And you can log in to access the content anytime from anywhere in the world, and total freedom with how you complete the course. And in the program, here's what we cover. So here's a quick overview. In the very first week, we get your niche and offer dialed in. So like I said, most consultants screw this up. We get it mastered in week 1. Week 2, I show you exactly how to conduct the consultation. So I remember how I said there's a proven process and a script to doing the consultation. Well, I give you my exact script and training on how to do it. Week 3, I give you 3 fast ways to get clients organically. So how to get clients right now without even spending money on ads. So you don't need to have money to spend on Facebook ads. I show you quick fire ways to get started right now with no ad spend. Week 4, setting up your appointment generating machine. So remember I showed you my process for getting clients with total predictability. I literally give you my machine to get appointments. Week 5, creating successful Facebook campaigns. I show you step by step exactly how to start successful Facebook campaigns. And then week 6 is all about scaling to 6 figures and beyond and really throwing some jet fuel on the success that you've got together. So week 1, in a bit more detail, I show you how to pick the most profitable market for your services and the most profitable segment of that market. And I also show you how to package, price, and position your services so that you can get the best price and sell to your clients with ease. And how to get paid at least $2,000 per month by packing together what you already know. And guys, most people spend 3+ years on this and they still get it wrong. This is the foundation of your consulting business, and it is fatal if you don't get it right. So if you go at this alone and you try and pick your own niche and get your own pricing and everything right, you are going to mess it up, and it will take you 3 or more years to really get it dialed in and working. But in this program, we get it mastered within the first 7 days. So most people who join my program, they have no idea about their niche or their offer or anything. I get them crystal clear on that within 7 days. So week 2, mastering the consultation. So how to conduct the perfect consultation so that you convert your calls at 25% right out of the gates. So if you go at this alone, you take 10 calls, probably none of them are going to buy. I show you my proven way to do these calls. Out of 10 people, 3 of them are going to buy. And I have done over 1,500 consultations. No kidding. Full 40-minute consultations. I've done over 1,500 of them. And I have truly mastered this. And I have refined it to a methodology and a script. So I give you my actual script and full training on how to do the calls. So you can just follow my script. You can follow my training, and you know that you're going to be doing it right off the bat. And I even give you recorded calls that I've done to show you exactly how to do these like a master. And I don't know anyone else out there in the industry who has recorded their calls and then provided it to their students and their clients. I want to show you not only the script that I use, not only training on how to use it, but I want to give you actual examples of calls too so that you can really master this. And I also show you how to accept credit cards online and via the phone. So you're going to start making money right away with this because we're going to get you on the phone with potential clients. They're going to start signing up and they're going to want to know how to pay you. So I show you how to accept credit cards online, and I get you set up with your own account within just 2 days. So to get a merchant account, you need to have a good credit rating and you need to have a track record and all of this stuff, and it takes months. But I am going to give you exclusive access to a merchant that I use. They've given me permission to give all of my students access to this. So within 1 day, you can be set up to collect credit cards. Every credit card there is, you'll be able to accept it, and it doesn't matter what your credit is or anything like that. I can get you a merchant account within the day. And guys, if you mess this part up, you'll generate appointments. You'll be generating appointments, and then you'll be getting on the phone with them, and you won't be getting clients because you'll be screwing it up. And you'll literally leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table. Because if someone is a good prospect, but you conduct the call the wrong way and they don't buy, that's just like you leaving money on the table. It is no different. So you can't screw this up. And I train you to be at the top of your game and to be a real master at this and close at 25% within 14 days. So after you start this training with me, within 14 days, we've already got your niche, we've got your offer, and we've got you mastering this consultation. Then in week 3, I show you 3 fast ways to get clients organically. So I give you 3 proven methods for getting high-paying clients as quickly as possible without spending a single dime on advertising. I want you to get your first few clients within the first 30 days. Like I said, I want you to be getting clients and making money within 30 days. This isn't something that takes a long time to build. And I want you to be able to get started without Facebook first of all. So I give you 3 fast ways to get clients, so even if you don't have any ad spend or anything. So method 1 is direct mail. I give you a proven template which I use and to send out to business owners, which works like magic. It's going to save you a ton of time. Method 2 is direct outreach email. I give you proven email templates to send out. And method 3 is organic Facebook posts. So I show you proven templates and examples of posts that you can write on Facebook which are proven to get clients. So most people take 6 months to 1 year before they land their first paying client. We get you rocking within your first 21 days of starting this program without spending a dime on advertising. And then week 4, we set up your appointment generating machine. And here I give you full step-by-step training on how to set up your own proven appointment generating machine. I give you templates of all the landing pages so that you just upload them with a few clicks. You don't need to know how to code or anything. I give you my templates, you go and upload them and you just change the wording around and you are live with the proven thing that is working right now. I also give you my script and slides for creating the value video. I've tried like 30 different ways to create the value video and I've tested them all, and I just hand you on a silver platter the best way to construct your value video so that right out of the gates you've got this thing working. And you just swap out my information with your information and you get to model off of me and you get to model off what is currently working right now. And I give you access to all the software required to set this up so that it works just like mine. It'll be identical to mine and it will be working for you in your niche for your offer. And to build this yourself would honestly take over 300 hours. Like if you went out to build this appointment generating machine I have, I am not kidding you, it'll take you 300 hours or more, and if you go to other people, they're going to probably charge you 50 grand or more. But in this training program, I hand it all to you on a silver platter, and we get you up and running within the first 28 days. I give you the templates, you just upload them, and boom, you are live. Within 28 days, we've got your niche, we've taught you how to sell, we've got you clients through our organic methods, and now we've got your appointment generating machine set up and online. And now in week 5, I show you how to create successful Facebook campaigns. So once you've got your appointment generating machine live, it's time to start driving some traffic through it and really start scaling your consulting business and taking it to the next level. And I give you full step-by-step training on how to set up your own wildly successful Facebook campaign to get $30 appointments and $100 clients right out of the gate. And I give you proven templates for ads. I show you exactly how to do them. I give you instructions on how to set up your targeting, pitfalls to watch out for, and training on how to manage everything day to day. It is literally step-by-step a proven implementation plan to set up a successful Facebook campaign. And guys, I've spent over 750 grand on Facebook ads. So when you spend that much money on Facebook ads, you get good and you know what works and what doesn't work. And I've also spent over $230,000 learning from the world's best Facebook marketers. And in this module, I literally boil down everything I have learned and I hand it to you on a silver platter, a proven implementation plan. I've hunted out the best people in the world at Facebook. I flew to their home and I just wanted to become a sponge and learn everything that they knew. And I really know this. I'm one of the best in the world at it, and I just give you what is working right now. This training alone, just this Facebook part, you could sell it for like 10, 15 grand, but I give it to you all within this program. And most people try Facebook on their own, and they spend 6 months and tens of thousands of dollars trying to get it right before giving up with a pile of debt and frustration. We get it dialed in within 5 weeks of working together. We don't waste any money. We make sure it's working right away. And then finally, week 6, scaling to 6 figures and beyond. And here in week 6, we already have you set up and making money, and now it's time to scale things up to the next level. And I give you here all of the legals that you need to run your own consulting business. So to run your own consulting business, you're going to need contracts and proposals and terms and conditions and things like that. Well, what I did is I went to an attorney here in America and I got them to create contracts and legals for all of my clients. And it cost me $5,000 to get all of this done. And now I give it to all of you in this training program. So you don't have to go out to any attorneys or anything. You can just use these contracts that I've got drawn up, and they will work for you immediately, which will save you more than $5,000. I'll also show you how to position yourself as an expert in your industry and command high prices. So most people go at it alone and they start pricing their services at $50 or $100. I show you how to charge $2,000 a month right off the bat. And I show you how to hire other people to do your strategy session calls so that you can really turn up the volume and get to high 6 figures, even 7 figures real quick. So let's take a look at that timeline. In week 1, we get your niche and offer dialed in. Week 2, we've got you mastering the consultation. Week 3, we give you 3 ways to start getting clients organically without spending a dime on advertising. Week 4, we get you set up with my appointment generating machine. I give you the templates, you upload it, it's live. Then I show you step by step how to create winning Facebook campaigns. And then week 6, scaling to 6 figures and beyond. Guys, this is rapid. This is rapid timeline progression. And we achieve more in 6 weeks than most people do in 10 years. And I am dead serious about this. Now, on top of all of that, you also get access to a private mastermind and community of like-minded people pursuing the same goals and doing this all over the world. So I've helped a lot of people start consulting businesses, and I have a private Facebook group where everyone's in, and if you need help, you post in there. When you get a client, you post in there to celebrate, and it's turned into an amazing community, and it's only for my clients, and I give you lifetime access to this. And guys, this is priceless. People have met business partners in there, people have got clients in there, and it's so awesome to have access to a community, and I give you lifetime access to this when you join. And I also give you the ability to team up with each other as an accountability partner. So I show you the blueprint and step-by-step implementation plan to get this running, but you're going to want to team up with someone else to hold each other accountable and be like, hey look, here's what we're going to get done today. I give you the ability to team up with someone else within this program so that you can hold each other accountable. It's completely optional. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but I recommend it, and I throw that in here too. And I also, unlike anyone else out there on the internet who just talks about theory, like I said, I do this, I'm still doing it, I'm a real expert at it. And I give you real life examples of everything that is done, and so that you can model off of what is currently working instead of starting from scratch. So I give you examples of how people have gone from strangers to clients. I give you recordings of my calls, I give you everything. You literally do not need anything else to start your own consulting business. And I was speaking with Ty, and Ty wants to throw in a special bonus for people on this webinar today as well. So Ty thought it would be fitting to throw in his personal guide to closing the sale. So this is the framework for persuasion and sales that Ty uses. And you don't need it. I give you everything that you need in this program, but this is kind of like the cherry on top. Like Ty's throwing this in, and this is usually $997, and Ty wants to throw it in for people on this webinar today. So guys, in summary, here's what you get. You get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week online course. You get lifetime access to an active community / mastermind of others doing the same thing. You get real life examples of how all of this is done so that you can model off what is currently working instead of starting from scratch and learning from trial and error. And you get Ty Lopez's personal guide to closing the sale. You get all of this stuff today. And guys, do the math for yourself. 3+ years of failure, waste, trial and error figuring this stuff out. If you go at this alone, you're going to trip up. It's going to be constant mistakes and course correction and wasted money and wasted time. You're going to spin your tires and not gain traction. I give you the step-by-step implementation plan to get there. You could test hundreds of things to see what works and what doesn't. You can get burned by bad clients. You could continue the next 4 years charging low prices that not only humiliate you but hardly allow you to turn a profit. And then you will waste consultations with people by saying the wrong thing, and you'll literally be leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table every month. If you figure out how to get appointments with people, you're going to screw them up. And if you meet with 10 people and 5 of them could have been your client, but you didn't get any of them as a client, well, with my process, you'll be able to get them as a client. And that could be, if you're burning consultations, you're literally leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table. So it's important to get it right. So in summary, here's what you get. The Accelerator 6-week course, the everyday normal price is $3,997. So if you wanted to buy this program any other time, it's $4,000. Then the access to my community and mastermind, this is $1,000. So if you wanted to join the mastermind, it's $1,000. And you also get real life examples of how this is working, and Ty's throwing in his personal guide to closing the sale, which is usually $1,000 too. So if you add all of that up, this is usually $5,991. So if you wanted to get what we're talking about right now, it's going to cost you $6,000. But I was speaking with Ty, and he said that he was talking to me, he was like, dude, your normal prices aren't really going to wash with my list. Like, I know my list really well, I know my community, and you can't charge your normal prices. So Ty really twisted my arm to get me to do a special deal for you guys today. And this is honestly the first time I've ever sold something at this price point. If you want to work with me, it's usually 10, 20, 30 grand. But this is the first time I've ever done this, and it's only going to be available because, Ty twisted my arm here. So, special offer for today's webinar attendees only. You get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week course, lifetime access to the mastermind, real life examples, and Ty Lopez's personal guide to closing the sale. You get all of this today for just $1,997. Or we can split it up over 4 monthly payments of $597. So that's $597 today, and then $597 every 30 days until it is paid off. Now, guys, what is so important to think about right now is that one client, I help you price your services at $2,000 a month. One client is going to pay for this program alone. And my students get clients, and they get clients quick. So just on your first client, you're going to make your money back from this program. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to charge $2,000 a month. That means that if you get a client right now that's $2,000 a month, that's going to pay for your program, and then next month you get $2,000 from that client, and you've already paid me off. So I mean, you're making profit every month after that. I have looked and taken a lot of courses online. I haven't seen anyone out there who has a program like this where you can get started right away and you can start making a profit so quickly. So like I said, you get all of this stuff for $1,997 today, or 4 monthly payments of $597. And this is a once-off deal. I never price anything like this. You can look around the internet, or to work with me, normally it's over $6,000. People even pay me $50,000, $100,000 to work with me. And you're getting all of that for just $1,997. And I put an action-based money-back guarantee behind this because I believe in this 110%. This is my life's work. I've spent so much time figuring this stuff out. I am dedicated to consulting. I'm not one of those people who's doing Facebook one week, webinars the next, and doing all of these different things. I am committed to consulting and consulting only, and I have only ever focused on consulting. This program is my life's work. I've put everything into this, and I truly believe in it, and I stand behind it 110%. So if you do this program, you will get a high-value client worth at least $2,000 per month within the first 42 days of starting. And if you do this program, take the action, and do not get a high-value client worth at least $2,000 a month, then I will give you a full, immediate refund. I'll let you keep the entire course and access to the mastermind and everything. And I will cut you a personal check for $100 as my way for apologizing for wasting your time. So if you do this and you get a client, you're making profit and you've paid back your course really quickly. But if you do this program and you don't get a client, which is unlikely, then you get to keep the training, you get to keep access to the mastermind and everything, and I give you a full refund, and I even give you $100 on top as my way for apologizing. Guys, there is no possible way that you can lose here other than by not trying this out. The only way you can lose is by not giving this a go today. Because if you try this and it doesn't work, which is unlikely, you get the program, you get your money back, and you get an extra $100. And if you do this program and it works, which is most likely, then you're making profit, and your life has changed forever, and you're going to enjoy a lot of freedom and everything. Like I said, I stand behind this program 110%. It's my life's work, and that's why I'm not afraid to make this bold guarantee to you. So here we go again. To get started now, it's just one payment of $1,997 today. Or we can split it over 4 monthly payments, where it's $597 today, $597 30 days, and then $597 every 30 days for 4 payments. So we can split it up, or it's $1,997 today. So to get started right now, you go to this URL here, samovens.com/TAI, T-A-I. So that's samovens.com/TAI, samovens.com/TAI. The link is on the screen right now, and if you go there, you will be able to see all the details about enrolling in this program, and you'll be able to get started right away. Now guys, a warning, I only have 100 seats available in this program. I am very cautious and particular about how I run my training programs. I don't want to do one of those launches where I sell like thousands of people into it, because then I can't focus on getting my guys results. I really want to make sure that my students get awesome results, and to do that I can't blow up my programs with tons of people. So I'm only accepting 100 people into this program. That's a very real number. This will sell out fast. So if you do want to get in, you need to go to samovens.com/TAI. You can sign up there, and we've only got 100 seats available. And if you have any trouble purchasing at all, you go to Sam. You can email me personally, sam@samovens.com. I will help you out, and we can get you started. So once again, here's what you get. You get the Consulting Accelerator 6-week online course. You get access to a community and a mastermind for life. You get the ability to team up with an accountability partner to hold you accountable. You get Tai Lopez's Closing the Deal bonus, which is usually $1,000. You're covered. You're 100% safe and protected with our action-based money-back guarantee. And like I said, this is over $6,000 worth of value, and Tai really twisted my arm to put this offer together for you guys today. So this is a once-off. Any other day, this is going to cost you $6,000. But today only, this is $1,997, or 4 monthly payments of $597. So now what I want to do is ask some questions. I want to answer some questions. So if you guys have any questions right now, type them in that questions box, and I will start going through the questions and answering them for people. So Nick says, can I do this program from anywhere and when I want? Yes, Nick, you can. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. You can log into this training program from anywhere. You can do it in your own time. It's totally up to you. There's no hard dates. There's nothing live. It's all recorded. You've got total freedom to do that. So Casey says, can I fit this program in around my 9-to-5 job? Awesome question, Casey. Absolutely. If you have a 9-to-5 job, or if you have a business or time commitments or whatever, you can still fit this training in around that. You're looking at about a 3-hour time investment per week to get this thing going. So it doesn't matter if you've got a job or time commitments, you can fit this in and you can get it done. So Jessica is saying, I don't know what niche to go with. Good question, Jessica. So, this training, we've gone through everything pretty rapidly. And I don't expect you to figure out what your niche is just within the short time frame we've been doing this. It can take a little bit of work. But, I would recommend trying it. But most people who start my program have absolutely no idea what their niche is and what they're going to offer. I would say 98% of the people who work with me come to me with no idea about their niche and no idea about their offer. So you do not need to know what your niche is or anything before working with me. And I help you figure that stuff out in this program. Like I said, within this first 7 days, we really dial in what your niche is. So Raymond's saying, I want to join. How does the split payment work? All right, good question. So if you want to split it up over 4 months, you pay just $597 today. Then in 30 days' time, another $597. In another 30 days, another $597. And then another 30 days, another $597. Now, what this means is that you can pay this off over 4 months. And that means that you can get started today for just $597. And you can expect to get your first client before your second payment even comes due. So you do save some money by doing the $1,997. I do recommend doing that if you can. But if you can't, split it over 4 monthly payments, and before your second payment's even due, you'll already have a client. So Marie says, how much time will I need to dedicate to this each week? Oh, only around 3 to 4 hours. This training is super concise and to the point. There's no fluff, there's no theory. This is just actionable. This is a proven action plan to get started right away. Alright, so there's some more questions coming in. Alright guys, I just want to share with you some results. So, like I said, I've got some massive results for myself and I've got massive results for my clients. So, I want to walk you through some of those right now. So, let's talk results. Because I don't think that anybody else out there has created this level of success for themselves and others in this time frame. So me personally, I started as a college dropout, completely broke, with no college education, no advantages whatsoever, working out of my parents' garage in New Zealand. And within 1 year I was at 100 grand, within 2, 500, within 3, 1.2 million, within 4, 2.4 million, and that was when I was only 25 years old, and that's when I moved from New Zealand to Manhattan. And then within 5 years now, I'm making around 4.5 million a year at age 26. So this is my actual timeline. This is factual. You can fact check it. I am not just someone who's come up and thought, oh, I think consulting is going to be a cool thing to teach to people. I have lived this, and I really keep track of this timeline, and I plan to keep growing at this rate because I want to be the best in the world at doing this, and I truly am the best in the world at helping people get consulting clients. So that's my own timeline. Those are the results that I've gotten for myself. I've literally gone from broke in a garage in New Zealand to a penthouse in Manhattan and over 5 million in profits, and literally gone and made this transformation within 4 years. So that is why this program is so potent and powerful. I've taken everything that I've learned, boiled it down and crystallized it and refined it into this program. And that's just my results. Let's talk about what I've been able to achieve for my clients. So within the 4 years that I've been helping other people start consulting business, I have created 7 millionaires. So I've helped 7 people get to $1 million a year with their consulting business. I don't know anybody else who's done that. I've also helped over 136 people make 6 figures per year with their consulting business. And I've helped over 221 people quit their 9-to-5 jobs and start a consulting business of their own. And honestly, show me someone else in this industry who has created that much success, not only for themselves, but for their clients too. And here's, some more stories. So here's Jake Engelhorn. He says, since I wanted to thank you for your program, he's now at 25 clients making 88 grand a month. 88 grand a month. Here's another one of my clients on pace for 70 grand this month. Here is Jeff Samus. So Jeff started working with me, and within 7 weeks, he got to $241,000 in sales. Within 7 weeks. Here's Frank. He's talking about my sales script. So I give you my sales script in this program. And guys, it is honestly just awesome. Like, my sales script is so valuable and it works so well that, and I give it to you. It's worth more than the price of this program alone. And here's Frank saying, thanks, your sales script helped me make 5 figures this week and it's only Tuesday. Here's James, James Nicholas. He's one of my clients who I've really helped get to huge levels. And he made 100 grand. He had his second 100 grand a day in a week, which is ridiculous. Another one had our first $10,000 day today. And here's another one from one of my dear friends and clients, Jessica. She said, thanks, Sam, we are so excited. You have literally changed our life. Honestly, I have helped so many people start consulting businesses, get to 6 figures, get to 7 figures, quit their jobs. This program really has the potential to change your life. Here's another one from Kelly Smith just after he started the training. And he said he's gone through the first 3 videos, and he says here that this is like no other course he's ever done. And he says, this is going to change my life because I have the tools to change other people's lives in the process. So, again, this training is awesome, and that is just the start of it. I honestly have helped, and I have over 236 genuine life-changing testimonials from people all over the world. And just to prove it, I'll just pull it up right now. So I've got multiple files on my computer. Here's just one, but here are video testimonials of people who, here are video testimonials of people who have taken my program and who have had massive results. And there are hundreds of them. So I can scroll through them right now, and you can honestly see how many of these testimonials and case studies I have. So I think I counted them up before. In that training program that in the webinar today, I've shared with you like 30 actual case studies, and here's more than 100 more of them, and we'll pull one up to play just so you can have a listen.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Grayson Carter from Orange County, California. And when I started thinking about what I wanted to say about Sam's consulting course, I started thinking about a pitch that I have coming up this week. And it's for a deal that would be worth more than my entire annual salary last year. And so it's kind of hard to believe that from taking one course and working with Sam, that I could go from working a 9-to-5 with a hourly wage to pitching a deal to one client that potentially could be worth more than the entire amount that I made last year. So to say that taking Sam's course was worth it would be a massive understatement. Working with Sam has completely changed the way that I look at business, helping businesses, helping clients, making revenue, generating cash in the business. There's really no end to the amount of improvement that I've been able to make by working with Sam and the techniques and mindset that he teaches in his course. Sam has helped me value my services more. He's helped me get in the habit of doing revenue generating activities every single day. And he's helped put me in a mindset of abundance so that every opportunity that I look at in business, I see as a potential revenue to either help clients or make more money or grow my own business. So I can't recommend Sam's course highly enough. It's changed my life, and I highly recommend that you check it out. I'm sure it'll change yours too. So that's all for now. Thanks, guys.
So as you can see, I have hundreds of these, and as Grayson said, he pitched a deal that is worth more. One deal is worth more than his entire annual salary. This program shows you how to make more money in a month than you do in an entire year. This program is the real deal, guys, and as Grayson said, and as many of the other guys have said, this program has completely changed their life. And, I don't just hide behind my computer either. I like to get out and meet all of my clients and hang out with them. I know all of them by name. A lot of my clients have my phone number and we talk all the time. And, this isn't something I do to just make money. I truly love doing it. I love communicating with people. So I always run these competitions in my programs, and everybody who makes 6 figures with their consulting business gets a personal invitation to come and hang out with me at my place in Manhattan. So when you join this program, we want to try and get you your niche sorted, we want to get you clients, we want to start making you money right away, but then I want to help you get to 6 figures. I don't want to just help you make a small amount of money. I mean, if I help make you $2,000, whoop-de-doo. I want to give you a way to make money on demand for the rest of your life. Now, I truly want to change everything for you and help you get to high 6 figures, even 7 figures. So if you get to 6 figures with your business, you get a personal invitation to come and hang out with me at my place. And I do these hangouts all the time, pretty much every single month. And this is my apartment here. And here's a lot of my clients who have all gotten to 6 figures. And here we are hanging out, having brainstorming sessions and everything in my apartment in Manhattan. And, here we all are here. And you'll notice all of these faces from the actual testimonials I showed you. None of this stuff's made up. This is 100% legit. And, I truly care about all of my clients personally. So if you join this program and you get to 6 figures, you can absolutely come hang out. And I have a special competition for everyone that gets to 7 figures. So everyone that gets to 7 figures, that's such an awesome achievement. And I always have a competition running where I hire a private jet and we fly somewhere cool within America for the day. And we have a full day sort of strategy. So if you get to 6 figures, we get to come hang out. We get to 7, I actually shout the private jet. And you can write that down, mark my word for it. I will do that for you if you will do that for yourself. I really want to reward those that invest in themselves and really put in the work, because nothing makes me more proud than seeing people completely change their lives. So once again, the offer, here's what you get: the 6-week online course, access to the mastermind community for life, an accountability partner, Tai Lopez's Closing the Deal program. You're 100% safe and covered by our action-based money-back guarantee. And this is over $6,000 value, and this is the only time you're going to see this offer or have the opportunity to get this stuff for this price point. Like I said, Tai twisted my arm to do this offer at this price. It's $1,997 today, or 4 monthly payments of $597. And guys, we only have 100 seats available in this program, and they are selling. I'm looking through the questions here, and lots of people are saying, just join, can't wait. This is going to sell out. That is absolutely a fact. If other people out there saw this offer, it would just go, woof, it would be gone. But Tai twisted my arm to do this offer to his list. So if you want to get started now, go to samovens.com/Tai, samovens.com/TAI. The URL is on the screen. Go there right now. You can see details for enrolling, and you can get started. And if you have any trouble purchasing at all, sam@samovens.com. And if you have any questions, ask them live right now. And let's jump back into some of these questions. Kevin says, I'm joining, how can I pay? Alright, awesome Kevin, looking forward to working with you. We accept Visa, American Express, Discover, we accept all the credit cards. And we also accept PayPal. And you can even pay with PayPal credit. So PayPal credit allows you to pay for things and not have to pay for them for a while. So you can use any of those payment methods, any of those. So I'm sure everyone on this webinar can find a way to make this happen. Guys, if you want to get results, you have to invest in yourself. So Jerome says, can you show us the math to making 100K consulting again? Yep, awesome question, Jerome. So let's kind of freestyle this right now. So I've got the spreadsheet that I use to figure out, how to the math. So if we're starting in month 1 with $0 in revenue, and let's say we put together a package for you you're selling it for $1,500 a month. Well, if you just want to add $3,000 a month, which is very conservative, you can add a lot more than that per month. But let's say you only want to add $3,000 a month, and that means in your first month you're going to be making $3,000 a month, and to do that, you only need 2 clients. And to get 2 clients, you only need to do 8 strategy sessions. And to do 8 strategy sessions, that's less than 1 a day. Like, that's nothing. Like, you can generate 8 appointments real easy. And, with my sales script, you'll convert 1 in 4. So if you do just 8 appointments a month, you'll get 2 new clients a month, and that'll be $3,000 a month recurring, which over a year, that's $36,000. But here's where things get cool. Month 2, you're still only doing, a few strategy sessions. Look, we can get you, like if you just did, let me play with these numbers. If you just did 3,000 a month, that's only 2 new clients a month, which is very easy to do. That's only 8 strategy sessions a month. If you just did that, over 1 year, you'd be at $400,000 a year. But like I said, these numbers are conservative. I think I think you could go for $5,000 a month. And if you follow that, you're at $720,000 after 12 months. Guys, this math is the real deal. You can try and, pick holes in it or anything. But like I said, you can start from 0. If you just do 8 strategy sessions a month, then that gets you 2 clients a month. At the end of 1 year, you're at at the end of 1 year, you're at 400 grand a year. Like, how would that change your life if you were making 400 grand a year? Well, here you can see how, not only how you can do it, but how it's very predictable. You only need to talk to 8 people a month, and you only need to get 2 new clients a month. And this program absolutely shows you how to do that step by step. So just reading through these questions. So NAF says, I don't have any technology skills. Will this work for me? Yes, NAF, absolutely. You do not need to know anything coming into this. You can come into this right now. You don't need to know anything about tech, marketing, or business. I show you everything that you need to know step by step. Jasmine says, I don't have any marketing or sales skills. Will this work? Absolutely, Jasmine. Everything that you need to get started is taught to you in this training program. Jason says, how long do I have to make my decision on joining this? Good question, Jason. Well, if you want it at this price, you really have to make up your mind right now. Like, this is going to sell out. I would say within the next hour, this program is going to be gone. And once these 100 seats sell up, this program is back to $6,000. So if you want to get it right now for $2 grand, you have to join now. If you want to think on it or whatever, that's totally fine, but the price will be $6 grand. And that's not just some inflated number, that is the real deal. You come back tomorrow, you come back in a week, you pay the full $6 grand. And I don't allow you to split up the $6 grand either. So it's $6 grand up front out of pocket, or $2 grand today, or 4 monthly payments of $597. So just reading through the questions. Alright, Nadia just joined. Awesome, Nadia, looking forward to working with you. Kevin, Nick and Raymond joined too. Awesome, guys, you made a great decision. I can't wait to start working with you. Alright, so guys, the link is samovens.com/tai. samovens.com/TAI. Alright, Ricardo says, will this work for me? I have a background in personal training. Guys, yes, this will work for literally any niche. It doesn't matter what niche you're in or what skills you have. I show you how to create a consulting business regardless of your background. So I can see a lot of questions here saying, will this work for this niche? Will this work for this niche? Absolutely, yes it will. So Kylie says, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks. Can I join now and then start when I get back? Yes, Kylie, that is a good idea. If you join now, you only pay $2 grand, and you can totally wait 3 or 4 weeks, and when you're back from your vacation, you can do this program, and you'll save yourself a whole bunch of money. Oh, awesome, Kylie. So Kylie's joining. She just said she's joining. All right, Matt. How am I going to talk to people on the calls? Good question, Matt. Well, it can be kind of daunting doing sales calls, but I give you my script, and like I showed you, I've done over 1,500 calls. I have mastered this, and I don't say that lightly. I have truly mastered it. And when I show you this thing, it's truly going to blow you away at the level of understanding I have about how to conduct these calls. And I'll show you how to be a master within the first 14 days of this program. So, if you go at this alone, I honestly can't tell you how long it's going to take. You'll probably blow up your first 300 calls. Just people you'll screw them up. It's a fact. It's like you can't get on a bike and expect to ride it if you've never ridden one before. And the cool thing about business is that you can pay for shortcuts. And I absolutely have the shortcut for getting on the phone. Alright, Jennifer says, I don't know if I'm going to be able to charge $2 grand a month for my services. Good question, Jennifer. So, most people, I'd say 98% of the people who work with me, they have no idea how they're going to charge that much money. It seems out of this world to them, and it seems almost impossible. But I can assure you that I will help you create an offer that's at least $2 grand a month within the first 7 days of this program. Alright, this is awesome. Naf, Jasmine, Ricardo just joined. Awesome, guys. Looking forward to working with you. This is awesome. Alright, the offer once again, guys, you get the 6-week online course, access to the community and accountability partner. Tai Lopez is closing the deal, and you're completely covered by this. Like I said, we have an action-based money-back guarantee. So you get all of this training today, and if you don't get a client, if this doesn't work for you, you get to keep the training. You get a full, immediate refund. And I give you a check for $100 just for wasting your time. Like I said, the only way that you can possibly lose is by not trying this out. There's no way that you can lose other than by not doing this today. If you don't do this today, nothing's going to change for you. If you continue to do the things you've always been doing, it's sad, but nothing's going to change for you. And you need a wake-up call. If you want change, you have to be willing to make a change. And if you really want, to have some massive success, you need to invest in yourself. Okay, Mary says, how long do I have to join? Well, Mary, you really have until this thing fills up. So, like I said, we've only got 100 seats available. And once we hit 100 seats, I'm closing this down. And it might not be available for another 6 months to a year. And when it does come back on the market, it's going to be $6,000. So if you want to join, you really have to make a decision within the next sort of 45 minutes. Alright, Moses says 2,000 sounds a bit expensive. Oh, fair enough, Moses. Well, what I want to explain to you is that business is like a mirror. And this is a very important concept that I learned that changed my life, and I'm sure it will change your life too. And so business is like a mirror, and if you hold it up in front of yourself and it just reflects everything back. So what I've noticed is that if you don't invest in yourself, you will find it impossible to get anybody else to invest in you. So if you can't invest money in your own knowledge, then how is someone else going to invest in you? You have to sort your own stuff out first before others will reflect your own behavior. It's like everything just gets reflected back at you. If you invest in yourself, you'll find it easy to get others to invest in you. And if you make decisions quickly, you'll find it easy to get others to make decisions quickly too. I find that the people that always want to think about it and the people that are always sitting on the fence, they have the same problem with their clients too. And I also find that the people that only ever invest $29 or $49 in themselves, like the guys that just buy ebooks for like $40, I find that they're never able to sell anything for more than $40. It's funny the way it happens. Business is like a mirror, it just reflects your behavior right back at you. So if you think $2,000's expensive, fine. You'll just never be able to get anyone else to invest $2,000 in you. So that's your own decision. It's your decision to play small or not. You can continue to get the same results you've always gotten, or I can show you the way to completely change everything for you, but that's your call. And guys, if I look back over the 4 years that I've been in business, the times that I've made the most rapid transformations, like the times where I've just had massive breakthroughs, is when I've had a mentor. And Ty talks about this a lot. You need to have a mentor. Mentors are so important. And this is what this program is like. It is like having me as your own personal mentor. It's like having me in the trenches with you every day to get the stuff done and to get you to where you want to go. So, guys, the most rapid transformations in life are when you invest in yourself and when you make a decision. So I can't encourage you enough to make a decision on this. Let's get you started and let's get your consulting business set up. So once again, the link is samovens.com/Ty. It's up on the screen. So Katie says, I'm interested in joining. Can you show me the appointment generating machine stuff again? Sure. Let me just go back to find this. Here we go. So yeah, here's the appointment generating machine that we use. So from start to finish. Now, like I said, if you try and build this for yourself, expect it to take you about 300 hours. And if you hire someone else to build it for you, you'll probably pay them $50,000. But when you join this program today, I give you the templates. You just upload them and you're live. You have a system that is the same as mine. I give you the software you need. I give you everything. You will be live with this within the first 3 or 4 weeks. So that's the appointment generating machine. So a couple of people are saying, how much is it for your time? Well, I don't really sell my time, to be honest. Like, I never really sell it. I think it's not a very smart way to do business. But sometimes if people really want, to hire me for an hour, my honest going rate is $3,500. So if you want to spend 1 hour with me, it's $3,500. And if you want to set up a 1 hour call, you can just email me, sam@samovens.com, and it's $3,500, and we can chat for an hour. But honestly, like, for me to teach you everything in this program, it would take me probably 40 hours. And 40 hours of my time at $3,500, that's like $120,000. And you get the exact same thing in this program. So I mean, that really is what will happen. Like, you can hire me and pay me $3,500 an hour, or you can take advantage of this program. I know which one I would rather do. And like I said, the guys who get to 6 figures with this program, I invite you to come hang out at my house for like a day or two. And then I give you all my time and I don't charge you anything. I really want to celebrate people who work hard and put in the work. And honestly, guys, nothing I ever do is below $6,000. You can scour the web, talk to my clients, whatever. They will tell you that Sam Ovens never sells programs that are like $2,000. Most of my stuff is $6,000 or higher. Some people even pay me $35,000 or $100,000 to work with me. And this, like I said, this is usually $6,000. Like, if you want to buy this tomorrow, it's $6,000. But if you buy this today, it's only $1,997, because like I said, Ty twisted my arm to do this. Alright, just looking through the questions. So Caleb says, do we have to spend money on ads to start making money with this? Awesome question, Caleb, and no, you don't. So in this program, I give you 3 organic strategies to get started making money and getting clients right away. So you don't have to spend a dime on advertising. I show you 3 ways to get clients first. We get you some money first, and then we want to invest some of that money in paid ads to really throw some rocket fuel on it and really scale up. Okay, this is awesome. Lots of people are joining now. Alright. We're at, I think, 65 people now, so I'm sure 65 seats sold out of 100, so I'm sure this thing is going to sell out completely really soon. Guys, if you're interested in doing this, you honestly need to act now. So the URL, it's up on the screen, samovens.com/Ty. Nancy says, I'm in Australia, will this work for me over here in my local market? Yes, this works in any market. I started my business in New Zealand. I have clients in New Zealand, Australia, Canada, the UK. I even have people in India and in South America and stuff who have taken my training and then translated it all into, German or Indian or Spanish or whatever, and they've made it work there too. So yeah, this works anywhere in the world. I have clients from all over the world in all different markets. So Geordie says, if you're so successful, why do you bother doing this? This is an awesome question, Geordie, and thanks for having the balls to ask that. Most people don't. So honestly, I truly believe that when you become successful, it's your duty to send the elevator back down and help others. And, I've come from nothing, and, I know what it's like to have, your power cut out and have your little sisters crying and stuff, and, and it's not nice. So I've been there, and I've honestly built everything up from nothing, and it was hard for me. I had no one to guide me, and I wish I had someone provide something like this to me when I was back in that situation. It would have changed my life. It would have fast-tracked my success by years, and so that's why I do it. I really think it's my duty to help other people out, and I just love doing this. I can help business owners make more money, but they don't care about that much. But if I help someone truly change their life, that is so rewarding to me, and that's why I like doing this. Okay, so a few people are asking how they can pay. So you go to samovens.com/Ty. We accept every credit card. We also accept PayPal, and you can even use PayPal credit. If you're not familiar with PayPal credit, you can, pretty much get credit from PayPal and get started with this right away. You won't have to pay for it for a while. And you can pay $1,997 today, or you can split it over 4 monthly payments. That's only $597 today. Guys, look, we're all adults here. if you can't find a way to invest $597 in yourself, then I honestly don't know what. Like, you know, I could save up $597 very easily. I mean, you could work at McDonald's or something and save that up. You could work for Uber and save that up. You could ask your friends. Anyone can scrape together $597. So don't tell me that you can't do that. If you say you can't do that, you're admitting defeat before the battle even gets started. You may as well, you know, go have a lie down, because, you know, anyone can make this happen. Awesome, a few more people are signing up now. Alright, well guys, look, here's the deal. If you've stuck with me to this point in this webinar, we've been talking for over an hour now. If you've stuck with me to this point, I know that you're serious. You're committed. You obviously want to change your situation. You want to get results. So, you know, you really need to make a decision. I'm sure you've been in a situation like this before, where you've learned some new things and, you know, you're kind of excited, but if you don't act, that feeling goes away. You know, you can get all pumped up from a webinar like this. 24 hours from now, you'll be back down. So when you have the opportunity like this, you need to learn to act. Those who are successful make quick decisions, and they're decisive. So guys, if you've stuck with me to now, I know you're committed. I know you want to get results, and right now in this moment, you have to make a decision. So go to samovens.com/Ty. Let's get you started. Because guys, look, here's the two options you've got. Number one is do nothing. That's option number one. You're welcome to do nothing. Nothing's going to change for you. The rest of your life is going to fly by in front of your eyes, and nothing's going to change, and you're going to think, well, I wish I had done something. That's one option. Option number two is you can start your own business and do it on your own. And honestly, that is going to take you 3 years, maybe 10 years. Hell, you might not even get it right in 20. You're going to waste so much money. You're going to waste more money than what this program is, and that's a fact. And so that's option number two. Go at it alone, and you're certainly going to get tripped up and waste money and waste time. Or the other option, the smart option, is to work with me on this. Get the step-by-step proven process. Implement it right now and get the results. Save yourself years of time. Save yourself tens of thousands of dollars. Let's get this running now. Guys, because, you know, like a good example is, like, let's say you wanted to go to the Cayman Islands. Let's say you're in Manhattan, you want to go to the Caymans, and you decide to charter your own plane. So you charter a plane and you get behind the wheel of the plane, or the controls of the plane, and you decide to just try and fly to the Caymans. And you have never trained, you don't know anything about flying a plane, and you have no map, you have nothing. What do you think your chances are of getting to the Caymans? I can tell you that there's zero. Like, you're going to crash. There's no way in hell you're going to get to the Cayman Islands. So then why in business do people not get the instructions? It blows my mind. You would never get behind an aeroplane and try fly somewhere. So then why on earth would you get behind a business and try and operate it? It's the same thing. You're going to screw it up. So you need the instructions. You need the map. You need the training. Without it, you are not going to make it work. And guys, I have everything that you need. I have the step-by-step action plan to get these results, and you can get started today. samovens.com/Ty. Alright guys, I just checked the offer. I just checked the numbers. We're almost sold out. We're at like 83 people now. So if you want to get in, like I said, this is the only time you're going to see this offer at this price point. If you buy tomorrow, you buy next week, it's $6,000 and you can't split it up. That's $6,000 up front, out of pocket. Or you can join today. Okay, well, we're getting near the end, guys, so I'm going to wrap this call up. I'm going to wrap this webinar up. Just stating the offer again, 6-week online course, access to the community /mastermind for life. You get an accountability partner. You get Ty Lopez's deal on closing the deal. You're 100% covered and safe with our action-based money-back guarantee. And what that is if you do this program and it doesn't work for you, you get all of your money back immediately. You get an immediate refund. And then you get to keep this training. So you get to keep everything here. And I personally cut you a check for $100 just for wasting your time. So your absolute worst case scenario is you make $100 and you get to keep this program. Or your best scenario is that you get clients and you've got a 6-figure consulting business or a 7-figure consulting business. Like I said, none of those options is losing. Both of them are winning. So there is no way you can lose here other than by not doing it. If you do it, there's no way you can lose. But if you don't do it, you have already lost. If you decide to do it in a week, it's $6,000. It might not even be available next week at 6. So the only way you can lose is by not trying this out. To get started, it's just $1,997 today, or 4 monthly payments of $597, and we've only got 100 seats. We're almost sold out. So go to samovens.com/Ty, and if you have any trouble purchasing at all, sam@samovens.com. Shoot me an email. We'll get you taken care of. So guys, I'm going to close this webinar down soon. So what I want you to do is just write down this URL now. If you've got a phone, take a photo of this, or if you've got, take a screenshot of this slide, because for a few hours after this webinar, there might still be some seats available. So if there are some seats available after this webinar, if you go to that URL, you'll still be able to join. So write down that URL right now, samovens.com/Ty, and if you can't do it right now, but you think you might be able to in an hour or 3 hours, then you still might be able to join. Guys, I have honestly spent more than $542,000 on training. I've wasted over $1.8 million on dumb ideas. And throughout my journey, I've chewed through more than 15 employees. I've made over 2,000 cold calls. I've rented an office I didn't need, and I've undersold myself for years. And I've read so many books. I've tried so much stuff and failed. I've literally just been kicked and kicked and kicked in the face again and again and again to figure this shit out. I wouldn't wish that anyone go through what I had to go through to get here, because I had to figure this out on my own, and it wasn't pretty, and I worked my ass off. But I've taken everything from my journey, and I've taken this life's work and boiled it down into this program. And you can learn from my mistakes, and you can do all of this without any trial and error. You can follow an implementation plan to do things correctly starting right now. And sometimes it's the smallest decisions that change your life forever. And I can't help but think, back when I was at this small little cubicle at Vodafone, if I hadn't made the decision to quit and start my consulting business, I would still be here. I'd still be sitting at that seat. I probably would still be making the same amount of money. And that is scary to think about. That is really scary. The only thing that changed was just that I made a small decision. And sometimes it's the smallest decisions that can change your life forever. And I can't believe that I've made that transformation over the last few years, but that's all it took, was just a small decision. Guys, it's your time. If you've stuck with me through till now, I know you're committed. It's your time. Let's do this. Let's get your business up and running. So the URL is samovens.com/Ty. Go there right now. Let's get you enrolled, and let's get you started. So thanks everyone for attending this webinar. Like I said, write down that URL. We still might have some seats available, but if we don't, I'm sorry, but just write it down. It's worth a try in the next 1 to 3 hours. But thanks everyone for attending this webinar today. I wish you all the best, and if you want to get started, just do it. I can honestly say that it will be the best decision that you ever make. So thanks everyone for attending. It's Sam Ovens here, and I wish you all the best.